Hello, hello, hello. It has been a minute, literally pretty much almost a month since I've been on. As you can tell from my voice, I have been sick on and off and just everything. So today I am going to go live 4 times, I believe, and we're going to finish out the book of Jeremiah. And then I have an announcement to make since we have officially crossed over into the year 2025. And so I also am not at home, and I completely forgot in the midst of everything. I completely forgot my Passion Translation book. So I'm going to be reading, I have my extra phone with me. So I'm going to be reading it from the Bible app. So if you've never gotten on the Bible app and read the Passion Translation, just know that is available to you to read on there. They have almost everything on there, like the new stuff, they have almost everything on it. Except for the brand new one, which is like the Minor Prophets that just came out. But they're taking less time to get everything uploaded than what they had in the past. It took them a really long time to get like Jeremiah and Genesis and all that up, but everything, as far as I know, let me look. Everything, let's see, Genesis, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Psalms, Proverbs, Song of Songs, Isaiah is up, Ezekiel, Daniel is up. So I'm pretty sure everything is now available and up on, what is it literally called? YouVersion. I think it's the YouVersion Bible app. So yeah. If you happen to not have your actual physical Bible in hand, they only have everything. This is my Passion Translation that has, it's like the original before he started adding, the translator started adding more books that as we went along. This is all of the New Testament, Psalms, Proverbs, and Song of Songs. So they do have it available that way as well. But in saying all of that, since I do not have my book, it'll take me probably until the weekends for me to get uploaded all of your footnotes for all of these that I'm going to be going through. Again, if you can believe it, we have read through, by the time I'm done reading all of these chapters and getting us caught up today, we will have read through 52 chapters of Jeremiah through the year 2024. And I know it's 2025 technically, but yes. So, we will be starting something new after I get finished with this, and I'll be doing an announcement video for that. So if you missed this first live, I'm getting ready to go live 4 more times after this. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's probably going to be even later than the first because I like to do things in order. And so until I have the book to be able to take the pictures of the footnotes and stuff, I probably won't upload them there until the weekend, like the 3rd or 4th. So anyway, that was enough of an intro, like so much of an intro. So today's reading, today's readings are going to be Jeremiah 49, 50, 51, and 52 for us to finish this out. And so I'm so grateful for God's grace. Because in all honesty, there were 2 weeks that I genuinely just forgot. And then the last 2 weeks I have not felt well, which is why here we are today. So, again, reading out of the Passion Translation. If you've never read it before, I encourage you to go and check it out, especially with there being brand new books that have been translated. The Minor Prophets, like Hosea, all that. But if this is your first time hearing about the Passion Translation, there are so many footnotes and it's so good. I was reading today in the books of Matthew and Mark, and oh my gosh, there were things that, like, I've read a lot of other translations. I mean, there's like history in the footnotes for Passion Translation, all that stuff. So, yeah, it's a really great translation for you to get some background information as well, because I can't show it to you except in a different book. They have, here we go. There's like an introduction to each book. I love how I'm like sharing this, like this is my first time getting on here talking to you guys about it. However, it's okay. So like there's an introduction and it tells you like at a glance the date, the type of literature it is, who wrote it, who the author was, the purpose of the book, the author and the audience, major themes. It's just so good. It's so informative. So you're not just like reading to read, you're also like reading to glean, which I love. So, all right, I'm done yapping now. Again, the first reading, and if you're watching this, great. I'm getting ready to get back online and do 4 more lives after this. So let's get started with the first one, Jeremiah 49 in the Passion Translation. Prophecy against Ammon. Yahweh says to the Ammonites, has Israel no sons? Is there no one to inherit her land? What right did your god Molech have to take the territory of Gad and the people of Molech to occupy its towns? Therefore I say to you, the days are coming when I will cause the Ammonites of Rabbah to hear the battle cries of their attackers. I will turn her into a heap of ruins, and her surrounding villages will be set on fire. Then Israel will drive out those who drove her out. I, Yahweh, affirm it. Weep and wail, Heshbon, for Ai has been destroyed. Shriek, women of, Shriek. All these names mess me up sometimes with real words. Shriek, women of Rabbah. Put on sackcloth and mourn, run back and forth in confusion. For enemies will lead Molech away and take him captive with all his priests and servants. Why do you glory in your ebbing strength, you rebellious ones? For you trust in your great wealth and say, who will dare to attack me? Look, I will bring terror upon you, says Lord Yahweh, commander of angel armies. Terror will come from every side. Everyone will run away, and no one will be there to bring them back together. But I affirm to you, I will one day bring back the captive Ammonites. Yahweh, commander of angel armies, says to Edom, is there no wise person left in Teman? Have all the advisors run out of common sense? Has all their wisdom vanished? People of Dedan, turn and run. Go into hiding, for I will bring ruin on Esau when my time to punish him has come. People who harvest grapes always leave some for the poor. Thieves who break in at night only take what they want. However, I have taken everything from Esau's descendants. I have uncovered his hiding places so that he can hide no longer. All the Edomites are ruined, along with their relatives and neighbors, with no one left to say, leave your orphans, I'll take care of them. Let your widows depend on me. For Yahweh says, even those nations that don't deserve to be punished must drink from the cup filled with my anger. So how do you hope to escape? You will not go unpunished, but will certainly have to drink from that same cup. For I have sworn by my great name, Yahweh, that your capital city of Basra and all its surrounding villages will become nothing but desert ruins. Basra will be a laughingstock, a curse, and an object of horror forever. I have received a word from Yahweh. A messenger has been sent to tell the nations, assemble your armies for battle and get ready to attack. Is it stuck? Okay. Sorry, my phone decided to send me an alert and it paused everything. Where are we at? Behold, I will make you the least of nations. All the world will despise you. Your proud heart has deceived you. Your pride rests in thinking everyone is afraid of you. But I, Yahweh, say to you whose home is in the rocky cliffs, who live high on the mountaintop, though you make your nest as high as the eagles, I will topple you from your high place. I will make Edom an object of horror and astonishment. Everyone who passes by it will be appalled and will make insulting remarks because of all its disasters. I, Yahweh, say to you, as Sodom and Gomorrah and their neighboring towns were destroyed, and no one will live there again, not one person will ever settle in Edom again. Behold, just as a lion suddenly comes out of the thickets of the Jordan to a rich pasture land, I will suddenly make the people of Edom run away. And I will appoint a leader that I choose. For who can be compared to me? Who is able to challenge me? Name for me the ruler who can stand up to me. So now listen to the plans that I have against you, Edom. Listen to what I have in store for the people of Teman. Like little lambs, your children will be dragged away before your own eyes, and everyone will be horrified. The earth will shudder at the sound of their downfall, while the echoes of their cry reach to the Red Sea. Look, an enemy will swoop down on Basra and attack Edom without warning, like an eagle diving from the sky. The enemy will capture the cities and the fortresses, and on that day Edom's warriors will be as frightened as a woman in her birth pains. Yahweh says to Damascus, your neighboring cities of Hamath and Arpad are humiliated, for they have heard the bad news. They are shaken with anxiety like the troubled sea that cannot be calmed. The people of Damascus are in a panic. They have lost their courage and have turned to run. Anguish and travail have taken hold of them, like a woman in labor. You were once famous, and I was pleased with you, but now I warn you, escape while you can. Nevertheless, I, Yahweh, commander of angel armies, say to you, on that day the enemy will kill your young men in the streets, and all your warriors will perish. I will light a fire inside the walls of Damascus to devour the palaces of Ben-Hadad. Yahweh says to the tribe of Kedar and the areas controlled by Hazor, all conquered by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, rise up, advance to Kedar, destroy the Arab tribes of the east, capture their tents, flocks, tent curtains, camels, and all their gear. Tell the people there is terror on every side. Yahweh says to the people of Hazor, run away and hide in caves as fast as you can, for Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has plans to attack you. He has a scheme in mind to defeat you. Rise up, march on in unsuspecting people who feel safe and secure, says Yahweh. They are complacent, living off by themselves without walls or gates. Take all their camels and many sheep as the spoils of war. Those who live in the edges of the desert, I will scatter to the four winds, and I, Yahweh, will bring disaster on them from every side. Hazor will become desolate, the haunt of jackals, an empty, uninhabited desert. In the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, Yahweh, commander of angel armies, gave me a word for the land of Elam. Behold, I will break the strength of Elam's archers, the boast of their might. I will bring storms of judgment from everywhere to break out against them. I will scatter them to the four winds, and there will not be a single nation that will not take you captive. Elamites, I will shatter your confidence before your enemies who are determined to kill you. In my burning anger, I, Yahweh, will bring disaster on you and pursue you with the sword until I have eliminated you all. Then I, Yahweh, will destroy your kings and leaders and establish my rule in Elam. Then later on, I will bring your captives back, says Yahweh. Sorry about that minor interruption. In the middle there, my phone and its notifications sometimes are silly. That was Jeremiah 49 in the Passion Translation. Again, it might take me a couple of days to get the footnotes uploaded because I do not have my book with me. But don't go anywhere because I will be back. I don't think anybody's watching this in real time, but still want to say it anyway, just in case someone pops on. I will be back in just a moment to read Jeremiah 50, and then we'll do 51. I'll go off and come back on and do 51, go off and come back on and do 52, and then go off and come back on and tell you the announcement for the year 2025 and what will be happening on this page. So, be back in a minute.